Hello. So my topics are genital warts and herpes. So I'm going to talk about both of them. They are both STDs, which are sexually transmitted diseases, and some STDs are curable. Some aren't. Some you just have to live with. I think some are deadly, some are not. Some are just, they stay with you forever and then you just pass them on. So, but my sexually transmitted diseases, the warts and the herpes, I personally don't know anybody who has these because I'm 17. But okay, so genital warts, those are like little warts that are on your genital areas. And yeah, they're actually very common in the USA. So more than 3 million US cases happen a year. A year. That's like really scary. So treatment could help, but it's uncurable. You're always gonna have them. They are self-diagnosable. So you look down there and you're like, man, I have warts. Yeah. And how it spreads, this is actually so scary. So you could spread it obviously by having unprotected vaginal, anal, or oral sex, that is a given, and by skin-to-skin contact, like handshakes and hugs. I was doing research on this, and I was like, there's no way that's possible, just by a handshake or a hug, so watch out, that's scary. So some of the symptoms they have, these are the common ones. You get warts, obviously, itchiness around the anus, just itchy vagina, or skin burning. Those are all the symptoms. I'm sure there's more, but those are the common ones. So there are treatments. One of the most common ones is the anti-tumor medication. So they just treat it like a tumor and try to get rid of it. You could have the warts surgically removed. I believe they grow back though. I believe so. I don't know. You could also freeze them, I guess. You could freeze them and then just like cut them off. It's kind of scary. There's another word for genital warts. I don't know how to say it, but it's condyloma acuminatum. Yes. So the warts, they look like, when they first appear, they look like they're skin colored, and they're just like skin colored whitish bumps in your down there. And some people say that they actually look like little tiny pieces of cauliflower. I think that's really funny. They could either be really super huge or really tiny. Depends if you're lucky or not. And not all bumps are genital warts, so they are diagnosable, but you should still see a doctor before doing that, because you could just have a mole and then say it's a wart and then go around telling every sexual partner you have that you have warts, but it's just a mole. So there's also non-genital warts, and they're extremely common. It's like a self-limited skin disease, so it's not a STD, it's a HPV. HPV means human papilloma virus. So it's a common virus, and it's not a STD, but it is still a virus, which is kind of like disease, sort of. There's a difference between virus and disease. I just don't know what it is. But, yes. Okay, so now we're moving on to herpes. So, that herpes is another STD, sexually transmitted disease. And these usually start... This is painful. Herpes are painful. They have itching, pain... They have small sores. The small sores appear first, and they are itchy and painful. They form ulcers and scabs in your genital area, which I don't think you want. Symptoms could reoccur for years. You could take medication to manage the outbreaks, but then they could last for a very, very, very super long time, which is kind of scary. So they're actually also very common, just as the genital warts. They're spread by sexual contact. This condition cannot be cured at all. At all. It could last, if you're lucky, it could last for years and it'll just go away, or it could be lifelong and you can't fix it. Okay, so how it spreads. This one's interesting because another thing, obviously, unprotected vaginal, or anal, or oral sex. That is how you could spread it. But also, if a mother has it, she could spread it to her baby during her pregnancy, labor, or nursing. So, you could be a baby fresh out of the womb and have herpes just because of her mother. Or because of his mother, because both men and women can have them. There are more symptoms that occur when you have herpes. So, you could have pain in your man's private part or female's private part, or pain could also happen when you are peeing. That is so sad. So, one of the common pains is like the sensation of pins and needles stabbing you and skin rashes. Yeah, kind of sad.